Welcome back to RealHouseDIY. Today I have a review and installation of the Halo Retrofit recessed lights. This is as easy as changing a light bulb, but you're also updating the overall look with new baffle and trim. We have different sizes here. Today we're going to be replacing some 6-inch recessed lights with these ones. So that's going to be a retrofit. With these you can do either retrofit or new construction. I've done a lot of the 4-inch in new construction and basically matching the Halo light with a Halo housing. And when you're doing the retrofit, basically all that's different is you get this attachment here so you can connect it to the light bulb socket, and you're updating the overall look. We're going to take out the old baffle and trim and replace it with this one, which is made to accommodate any type of recessed light housing. And it's just going to be these spring clamps that hold it up against the ceiling. This one here is a little bit different style. Has these metal straight bars. This one holds in a bit tighter. It's using these straight, kind of sharp metal bars. You can angle these depending on the diameter of your housing. And those ones just push straight in. You can order these in different size packs. I got the 4-pack. I have 4 lights in one room. In the box, you have the housing. You have a bit of foam gasket here for a seal against the ceiling. Nice new white trim. You can get rid of the old look with the bare light bulb. Here are these spring tension clamps that's going to hold it against the ceiling. You have a number of different temperature selection, warm to cold light. Right here, this is the connection where if you're using an existing light bulb socket, you can plug this in, screw this into the light bulb socket. So we've got 4 of those in the box, as well as some instructions. As far as installing this, all I'm going to be needing is a step ladder. Then, since my old lights are still the incandescents, I'm going to upgrade the dimmer switch to an LED compatible dimmer. And these Halo lights, they pair really well with the LED Toggler from Lutron. What I do on the dimmer switch, I'll turn the dimming range all the way down on this. And that's a pretty close match to your old incandescents, being able to dim very, very low. So we'll take a look at the comparison between the old dimming and new dimming. So here we have the old light fixture. You have the ugly baffle, this yellowed trim. Before you buy the new lights, you do want to measure the diameter of the overall trim here. Make sure that the new light is going to cover up that space. It may also be important to you the diameter of the lens. I already took out the old light bulb. It was a BR30 light bulb, which is a little bit wider than the lens of this LED. So that may be important to you. So before you start, you turned off the light, let the light bulb cool down, especially if it was an old incandescent light bulb. Simply unscrew the light bulb. This particular type of trim and baffle, see, it's actually pretty loose. It's held in with springs. Some other styles might be held in a little tighter. Here's one of those springs right here. So basically, to remove this trim and baffle, just need to unhook these springs, and then this will come away. There's one here and one on the other side. I'm going to remove the hook from where the circle is, up here, up high in the housing. That's one side. And the other side, that spring and a small hook there. Power does not need to be off for this step. It's the same as screwing in a light bulb. I do have the light switch turned off. So I'm going to screw in this adapter first. Select the color temperature you want on the new light. I have it on the warmest setting. This one goes from 2700K to 5000K. Plug in the orange connector. You can turn on the light switch and see how it works. If you want, you can see the different settings. One there all the way to 5000K, up to the warmest 2700K. Point out on the new light here, it's already set up for the 6-inch housing. if you need to have it on a 5-inch housing, you can see the number 5 right here. You need to loosen the screw, move this torsion spring clip in, tighten the screw, and that'll be properly set up to fit a 5-inch housing. But it comes already on 6-inch, so I don't need to change that. So now all you do at this point, push those torsion spring clips together, get them all fit up into the housing at the same time. Get it centered. Push it all the way up. I find that's why it's important to really get these centered. You can see a bit of the metal housing. So to adjust that, get perfectly centered, you can wiggle it back and forth a little bit. You can take this out about 1 inch and adjust those spring tension clips, get back in. You can see there is a bit of a gap here. It's because of this foam gasket, which may not be required in your location. So you may be able to remove that, get a nice tighter fit against the ceiling if you want. Repeat that step for the other lights. If you're using a regular toggle switch, you're done. If you need to upgrade to a dimmer switch that's compatible with the LED lights, then you'll want to change that. I've had the new light on for a while now. You can tell it's only warm to the touch. Very nice for the LED. Runs a little cooler than the old light bulbs. I just finished installing this Lutron Toggler dimmer switch. It's right here. The reason why I've not put the wall plate on yet, because we're going to be adjusting the dimmer range. This pairs really well with the Halo lights. So if you want to see the review and installation of this dimmer switch, I'll get a link to that video right here. And you can see this dimmer range switch can move from the minus to the plus. If I have it all the way at the plus, you'll see if I move the dimmer down, the light only dims maybe 50%, if that. So I'm going to start with the dimmer range all the way low. Still have full brightness. Remove the dimmer switch up. And basically, when you're at the lowest point here, you want the light to still be on but not turned off until you actually turn the light switch off. Because depending on some of the lights, you'll have full brightness, then you'll get to maybe here and the light will fully turn off. And that's the point where you're going to want to adjust this dimmer range. So all the way low, look at the light. And you can see that that light is actually on with the dimmer range all the way low and the dimmer switch all the way down. I'll turn the toggle switch off. And you see that turn off. Back on. And off again. So with this dimmer switch, paired with these Halo lights, you can get almost impossibly low dimming. Here's comparisons to the old incandescent lights with the Lutron Toggler dimmer. That's actually even lower than it was with the old dimmer switch. And here, completely dark room, here's that incandescent versus the new Halo LED Retrofit light. And that's impossibly low brightness. I don't have a way to measure it, but it's definitely less than 10%. And here in a completely dark room, the room is almost completely dark. It's a huge improvement over the old incandescent lights and the old dimmer switch. Then you might say, okay, that's a little bit too low. I want the lowest level to be just a little bit brighter. You can turn up that dimmer range. And then you have a range from a nice low level up to the full brightness. You want to adjust this both during the day and at night. Make sure that your dimmer range is working exactly how you want it. So I just finished installing all 4 of the lights in this bedroom, as well as the dimmer switch. I'm going to wait until the evening to put that wall plate back on, so when it's dark in here, I can get that dimmer range adjusted just right. I have these lights set on the warmest light setting, the 2700K. However, I was installing these fast enough, I missed it on one of them. It's not the default setting that these are shipped in, so I had to take the light back out. Move that switch over to 2700K, reinstall it. But it only takes about a minute to take that back out, adjust it, get back in. So the Halo Retrofit recessed lights, 6-inch size, highly recommended. Paired with the Lutron Toggler dimmer switch, get really bright lights, completely refreshed look versus the old, much brighter at the brightest setting, even lower dimming on the dimmest setting versus the incandescent lights and that old dimmer. Highly recommend this product. Thanks for watching.